Hello, hello, hello. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Happy Hanukkah. Happy Festivus. Anything else that you celebrate?
Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy Christmas to you. For those of you who don't know, I am Fluxx. I paint, I rant, I talk about a lot of stuff. Those of you might notice, sorry, I just took a big swig of Dr. Pepper and it's coming back to bite me right now. I just changed the name of my channel. It is now House of Fluxx instead of Fluxxpaints. I'm going to save that for a backup channel for my painting. Still, everything's normal. It's just you can now find me at House of Fluxx because it's so much easier to find. And for those of you who know, this is Mrs. Fluxx, the lovely ball and chain, as you will. Here we are.
Here we are.
Christmas Eve, 2022. 2 years. Excuse me. Is it 2 years or 3 years since the Christmas Eve, the anniversary of the Christmas Eve bombing?
It was in 2020, wasn't it?
I can't remember if that was 2020 or 2021. Or,
No, I'm pretty sure it was.
I think it was
at the end of 2020.
Yeah, to cap off a really interesting year.
Because I'm pretty sure Trump was still president.
Yeah. That was weird.
I'm almost positive.
But yeah, hope everybody's doing good tonight. Just going through. Let me throw that up there.
Hope everybody is safe and warm wherever you're at, because if you're anywhere near here, it is cold.
It is colder than Thanksgiving at my mother-in-law's house.
Rude.
It was a joke. It was the joke. It was a joke. Merry Christmas, everyone. So here we are, Christmas Eve. Yes, the missus and I decided to be extra gay for this episode of the Local Lesbians, which apparently we are international lesbians, but whatever. Name of the show. Welcome back to another episode of the Local Lesbians, where Mrs. Fluxx and I take everything that we hate about the LGBT community and we yell at them for it.
We rant about it.
Mrs. Fluxx here typically takes lead. I typically take a supporting role on this one because I get angry to the point where I can't finish my words. However, tonight I think we're going to have a really good debate. So don't forget to drop a like,
subscribe,
do that whole thing. It'll be your Christmas present to me, hitting that sub button. But
it turns red like your sweater.
That's what she said.
Gross.
Start it off, Mrs. Fluxx.
Well, do you want to start off with the Marriage Act? Since that literally came out like the day we did like episode 2. And it gave us time. Well, this has given us time to like think about it and how we really feel about it.
I guess so. I just got to move this so I can see better.
See, she harps on me about hitting the mic, and then look at her.
I couldn't see the thing.
The thing?
Mm-hmm.
And they say I need glasses.
I do have glasses.
We need better scripts. Anyway, so the Right to Marriage Act.
The Right to Marriage Act. Guys, here's a hot topic that, you know what? Why not for Christmas Eve? If we're going to be talking about spicy things, why not have it be on a very joyous and beautimous occasion?
So, I mean, anything that the U.S. Congress tends to pass through, I know there's other things thrown in there typically whatever the act or the bill is supposed to be, it does like the exact opposite of
the Patriot Act.
does the exact opposite of what it's supposed to do. At least here in America, that's how it works a lot of times. Whatever act or bill is trying to be passed through our government tends to do like the exact opposite of what it's supposed to do. So as far as at least I'm tracking and understanding, the Right to Marriage Act is basically just a pat on the back for the Democratic Party to be like, look, we did something.
Right,
because
they were supposed to get it passed before midterms, right?
Well, I don't know about that, but essentially, like, one, you're pandering to me. Like, it was already legal for us to be married back in 2013.
Yeah, why do you got to be like, see,
the Supreme Court ruled that it was legal for us to be married federally, across all 50 states. Like, marriage it's legal for us. So this whole thing in 2022, you passing this bill and be like, yeah, look at us.
It is lip service.
Look at us. We passed this bill to say that, okay. To say that the gays will forever be able to get married. Okay, cool.
Thank you.
I didn't know my marriage wasn't valid until this moment.
I didn't know that my marriage meant so much to you. I appreciate it. It's kind of weird that you are specifically caring about me. I don't know you.
Yeah, but I didn't know that my marriage was possibly under attack from being taken away from me. That's never really ever been brought up since, it was made legal back in 2013. It was kind of like this finally happened. Like, yes, there were people that were highly upset by it, but they kind of just, at least as far as I'm tracking, like they made their noise and then went away quietly, like, because they were the minority.
I have a spicy take on marriage, though.
I know. We'll get into that. We'll get into that because that's the next topic. But
okay.
But essentially, like, so playing devil's advocate, I do kind of understand where they're coming from, especially with the whole recent U.S. Supreme Court ruling on the abortion thing, like where they would want to, especially with conservative states, just guarantee that that's not something that can be left up to the state. Like, if we were to move to, like, let's say, like Oklahoma or Texas or, one of the, like, really red states,
and this is the whole thing. I agree. I don't think that people should have to go to the government for a certificate anyways.
I don't think that
I don't agree with that at all. And the unfortunate part is that because of the whole, like, insurance and, like, that thing, that throws a wrench into it. But that's also,
essentially, that's all I ever wanted. Like, I wanted to be able to get married and that I get the same benefits as a heterosexual couple because, like, I'm going through it just like they are.
And that's why I believe we should be welded.
Oh, God. Okay.
Welded.
Here we go for our next topic.
We wouldn't have a wedding. We would have a welding.
So there are, obviously, I previously talked about those people that didn't like the fact that gay marriage became a thing. A lot of those people, their main issue with it has to just do with the definition of the word marriage and how it is defined.
This is my forte.
Go for it.
Here, guys.
This is the debate. This is where we disagree.
This is where we disagree, and here's the tea, guys. Here's where it gets spicy. I know we're kind of jumping into it hot. We just hit 10 minutes. We're kind of jumping into it hot, but here is my personal take on marriage. A lot of you might find it odd, and contradictory, but we'll pass that bridge later. I don't feel like we should have changed the definition of the word man and what, like marriage to man and a woman, because that is a more biblically based thing. However, because there are issues, but it's not marriage, so it wouldn't get those people angry, but we would still have the same benefits, where we have to be able to define things. Marriage was the definition. It was the definition. This is how fired up I'm getting. It was the definition of a man marrying a woman. And I think a welding should be a woman marrying a woman. And I think a fusing should be a guy and a guy. I'm just saying we need to be able to define things. And the whole issue, one of the issues we're having today, define a woman. Well, a woman can be anything. Define marriage. Well, a marriage can be anything. You see what I mean? When you start changing the definition of words, I feel like we start going down a slippery slope. And so my whole thing was, I understand, because I grew up in the lifestyle, in a very religious background. And so I understand why religious people are upset, but I also understand, for us normal people, we just want the same benefits. Like, take the word. I don't care. Just give me the same benefits as every other couple that is living together and decided to go on this life journey together. I'm just saying, it's a win-win. D'Artagnan is...
One of our cats is over there, like, crying. He never cries, so that's...
He's not crying. He's playing with his toy, and he caught a toy mouse, and now he's walking around like, look at my toy mouse.
Is that what he's doing?
Look at my toy mouse.
Good job, babe.
I don't know if he's going to stop until...
Shut up.
No, he's still going. You have to, like, go...
Yep,
I'm going to go acknowledge him. You keep it going.
Okay. All right. So you've obviously heard her take on it. So mine is a word is a word. I feel like the word gay used to mean happy and well, yeah, okay, I'm blanking for the moment, but it means happy, or it used to mean happy. It still does. But eventually, through society, at least here in America, it changed to also mean a homosexual.
Gay!
Like, it's part of the LGB now.
That's what he caught. His little
unicorn mouse
fish thing.
So I feel like the meanings of words can change, and the definition of marriage between a man and a woman can also mean between a man and a man and a woman and a woman. See, I do understand where you're coming from, where people take it too far, where, like, they marry sex dolls or their cars, or, you know, like something. Fuck is this, right? But see, my whole thing is they also, okay, we give them the word, they're still not happy. They're still not going to be happy.
Well, exactly. Nobody's ever going to be happy.
So what? I have to take that L and they get the win?
No, we compromise on this one thing where they get the word, we get the benefits, and we all go our separate ways.
I'm sorry. Like, we've been together for over 10 years. We've been married for almost the same amount of time. Like, I'm sorry that I do marriage better than most hetero couples, but I'm taking that word. I'm sorry.
That's true.
Like, there's some of them out there that are on, like, their fourth marriage.
Accurate. Accurate. We are still young, though.
We are still young. Yes, and we're not out of the woods. We're never out of the woods. I mean, marriage is a constant
work. It's
constant work. You know, like it's not something that you should ever slack on. But I still, you know how I feel about her. I still am of the mindset that these people that, okay, I give you the word back and I get the benefits, but you're still not going to be happy with that.
I don't know. I think
because I do like I said, I do understand. And
well, I mean,
like AP said, welded is a synonym for marriage. Like
it's, but the whole thing is like, marriage is a religious concept. So why is the government stepping into a religious concept? Because of how life works today. Because of how life works today, we need to take this concept. However, we understand that it's not religious, and
I like that.
What?
Definitions change all the time. But there are words attributed to people and objects that make zero sense because people aren't smart enough to come up with something else. That's true. I mean, we say all the time how society is just regurgitating like the same crap.
That's why I'm saying let's do welding. It's so much more cool.
I mean, I didn't think about it like that, but like it does that.
60% of marriages fail anyways.
Well, that's because
or whatever.
That's because of the way
Society.
People are nowadays. People are, they're basic. They can't go above their urges anymore. They have to cheat. They have to do this. They have to have a high body count. Or, oh, I have to stay with him because he loves me. No, he doesn't. If he did, he wouldn't treat you that way.
That's true.
Or she, because she, bless you, can also be an abuser too. Men can be abused just like women. Amber Turd is a fine example of that. Mm-hmm. Jada Smith is a fine example of that. These toxic
Stabarella.
Oh yeah, that OnlyFans.
Y'all see that new interview when they told
he's dead?
Can I have a hug or something? Is that allowed? Guys, did you see that? Oh my God. RIP headphone users, because I think I just yelled in the mic. I don't even care. You guys need to watch that clip of Courtney Clenny when they tell her that her boyfriend is dead. And she's just like, oh my God, can somebody hug me right now? Is that allowed? Like, bro, you're in a prison, like, paper suit because you have his blood all over you. Like, ooh. Let me see. Hang on.
What?
I'm going to pull up the Courtney Clenny clip.
Oh, the clip of her.
Mm-hmm.
That's the OnlyFans girl.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
See, you keep track of people's names and stuff like that. Well, I'm just like that one girl, that one chick, you know?
Okay, hold on. I'm going to get to the clip. Yeah.
God, you got a big forehead. I'm just kidding. I love you.
Fuck you. Rude.
What you said about my mom was rude.
That was a joke. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm trying to find just.
That's a good name for her, to be honest.
All right, we're gonna go with this one because this one's better. I just don't want. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Ooh.
Oh. Okay.
Just like that. Oh. Yeah. All right, guys. Gonna turn this up. All right, guys. This is the clip. Oh, what's about holla in the house? Merry Christmas, my dude.
Merry Christmas.
Doctors did what they could.
Christian is dead.
Let me know if you guys
NBC
can
South
hear that.
Florida obtaining the video through a records request with local officials. In this part of the 4-hour video, Courtney Clenny is told her boyfriend, Christian Toby Obumseli, is dead.
Christian died.
Can you guys hear it?
Can I please have a hug? Am I allowed to do that in here?
Clenny, who has 2 million Instagram followers, describes an altercation.
I'm not saying like choking you like, whatever. But
Were you guys able to hear it? Because, right? Yes, dude.
Yes.
Hold on. I want to just one more time. Can I have a hug? Can I have a hug, guys?
4-hour video, Courtney Clenny is
Like,
told her
who
boyfriend,
says that?
Christian Toby Obumseli, is dead.
Christian died. Can I please have a hug? Am I allowed to do that in here?
Clenny, who has 2 million Instagram followers, describes an
Just face down on the table.
Doctors did what they could. And
Christian is dead.
NBC South Florida obtaining the video through a records request with local officials. In this part of the 4-hour video, Courtney Clenny is told her boyfriend, Christian Toby Obumseli, is dead.
Christian died. Can I please have a hug? Am I allowed to do that in here?
Like,
Clenny, who has
okay, guys, I can't. What? That is a cray beach.
I wonder if that's the first time like those cops have ever gotten like that type of response. Because I imagine like cops have like in the interrogation room have probably gotten like all kinds of like different crazy responses, how people react to certain news, and I just wonder if that's like the first time they ever got asked for a hug.
Well, like
With something like that, where like you're a suspect and you
just murdered your boyfriend
And
by
you're just
allegedly.
can I have a hug?
Can somebody hug me? Am I allowed to do that?
You are not the victim here, honey.
She thinks she is.
Oh, she does.
She, in her mind, is the ever entitled victim.
I'm sorry. Women like that ruin men and ruin men's lives.
Literally.
Like you could see it just in the what video was it? I'm blanking. The thing that takes you up and down.
The electric box that
The
takes you.
elevator. That's what it's called. The elevator. The video of them in the elevator where she just like starts attacking him and stuff, and like he just like kind of like tries to like push her off, but like he doesn't hit her. Like he kind of like shoves her a little bit, yeah, but like you're getting hit in the head. Like you're lucky I don't shove you through the damn elevator. Well, I can't do that. I'm not that strong, but damn if I wouldn't try. Like, if you're going to be hitting me in the head like that, like, expect me to hit you back. But, because I'm sorry. We've talked about this before, about how, if you want to play with the boys, you better be able to hang with the boys. So, my philosophy is, and I know a lot of women and probably men don't agree with this, but if you're going to throw hands at a man, you better be prepared to fight a man. Like, you don't hit somebody. Like, don't. Just because you're this 130-pound little girl or something like that, and you're dating this over 200-pound guy or something, you think you can hit him and abuse? No. Because I'm sorry, if I'm walking down the street and I see you hitting on him and he just turns and backhands you one good time, I'm gonna keep it pushing. I didn't see nothing, because you got what you rightfully deserved. Because if you're going to put hands on somebody, be prepared for them to put hands on you back.
Allegedly, she also, while they were in traffic, she started screaming at the car, like, next to him, and, like, started to, like, threaten him and all this shit. And this dude came out of the car and tried to, like, get at her. And she was like, fight him. And she was like, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. Sorry, baby, but
Yeah, no, you're gonna start that. You're gonna start some stuff. You're gonna handle it. Like no.
no, you would jump in for me.
I would let you handle it if it's a one-on-one type of deal. I'm not gonna let you get your ass beat. Like, let me just be clear on that. But if it's a one-on-one thing, I'm gonna let you handle it. Now, if more people want to hop in, then we're not doing that. you ain't getting jumped. But if it's a one-on-one thing, like, yeah, I'm gonna let you handle that. You're a grown woman.
I'm a grown woman.
You know combatives?
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
All right, so story time. So when we were both still in the military,
Oh my
right,
god.
I almost killed Fluxx here.
For the record, I did let her. I dropped my guard because I thought I broke her neck and I got really freaked out. But that's just the pretext.
You did not. But okay. So we were out in the desert. This was probably
2013 or
it
something.
was probably like 2000. Yeah, it was 2013. Anyway, so we were dating, but we weren't married yet. So we were out in the field, just doing training and stuff. And it was literally the day before we were supposed to come back. So we have like all the vehicles staged up and everything. It's near the end of the day. And we're just kind of trying to unwind for the night. You know, we're amped up. We're ready to go home and be able to party and drink
Like it's
again.
summer, we're like having fun.
Yeah, because this is during the summertime too. So like we're excited to like be able to go back and just
chill for a couple days.
party, like because we're young 20s. So like we were excited. So anyway, I forget who it was. One of the guys, like because one of the guys in my squad was like, because that whole field problem, they had been trying to get us to fight each other. And we kind of did here and there. But we never like really full on
fought each other.
So, you know, we're amped up the night before. And one of them's just like, oh, you two should.
We were doing combatives. I thought like a bunch, like we were, no, okay.
No.
That wasn't, okay.
Yeah, so literally, because there was like, it was golf maintenance and then HHP maintenance was there.
Yeah.
Like my guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so, they're like, you guys should do combatives or whatever. Like you guys should fight. So we're like, okay, like whatever. Like, you know, it's the night before. Like, let's do this. So I forget, like, we didn't like genuinely try and like hurt each other. Or
no,
whatever.
we were just okay. So we were doing combatives. We were doing them the proper way, using proper grappling techniques.
Yeah,
you know, doing all of that. But because I am bigger than her,
so here's what happened from my point of view. All right, so she came at me, and I just went, no, and I shoved her, right? Well, I shoved her in a lady part that sometimes hurts.
She didn't shove me, guys.
When, you know, you hit it a little too hard.
Okay, here's what happened.
She goes, oh my God, you hit me in the boob. You hit me in the boob. And I was like, I'm so sorry. And she's like, ugh. She just comes at me, and I could tell by the look in her eyes, guys, she was out for blood. She was trying to kill me. So she whips me around, right? Like at this point, because I was like, no, I gotta run away from her. Like, she's scaring me. So I try and like run away. Well, she comes up and she puts me in a hold. Well, I felt it. So I put my hand up underneath so she couldn't like choke me. Well, like she said, she is taller than me and she is bigger than me. So like she's behind me like that, and she like, we just curl and hit the ground.
I dropped her forward.
She dropped me forward.
I thought I broke her neck. And so I was like, oh.
I was completely fine, mind you. Like my head, I felt it came about like this close probably from hitting the ground, but my head did not even touch the ground. So I immediately, like,
as soon as I let go,
I feel her just like loosen a little bit. So I immediately like spin move around her, and I like put her in a chokehold. And so I lean back. So now she's on top of me, right? And I'm on the ground, and like she can't do nothing. So apparently, and I did not know this at the time, but she starts tapping the ground. She didn't tap me. And if you know anything about combatives people, you have to tap the person. Like when you're in a choke and you want
out, you're done.
You have to tap the person so that they know, like, hey, you're done. Because I could, like, she tapped the ground. She's on top of me. I didn't see her tap the ground. So she's tapping the ground and I'm still choking her out. And so I flip around, like, she went more limp, which I should have noticed, but in my adrenaline fueled, I didn't know. So I like flip around and I'm on top of her and she just like, she taps me at that point and I like immediately like let her go. Right. So I'm expecting her to like, you know, maybe be a little woozy or whatever, but like get up. No, just how I like pulled out and just how I like pulled out and like she's just laying there like on the ground like that, not breathing. And I'm just like, oh my, in my head, I'm like, oh my God, I killed her. I killed my girlfriend. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, and I'm not even joking. It was probably like a good 10 seconds. Solid, like good 10 seconds before she just coughed and took a breath. And I was never so happy in all of, I mean, granted, when we got married, that was also another extremely happy moment in my life. But it was also an extremely happy moment for me when you took that breath and woke up.
All right, guys, here's the real story, right? We were doing combatives. I'm bigger than her, so I was using my weight and my bigness to put her on the ground. She didn't like that.
You don't think I wasn't taught how to use people's weight against them and their momentum against them?
She got freaked out and titty punched me because
I will freely admit that I did get freaked out and
I went to grab her and she like
accidentally though.
She like it was her fight or flight instinct and she just titty punched me and I got so mad and I just went at her and I grabbed her and I got her in a headlock and I dropped her like her
our knees hit the ground and I like rocked
like
forward.
I had her head under my arm and so I thought I had like snapped her neck. So I immediately let go. Little did I know this bitch was playing dirty. Wraps around, starts poking me the fuck out. The next thing I know, I'm coughing out sand out my face. And I'm super dizzy. And I'm like, yo, that was fucked up.
No, because there's parts that like you don't even, so like she coughed, right? And like immediately she tries to get back up and like she's like, you hit my titty. And she's like still trying to fight me. And we're like, whoa, like no, sit, like she can't even get up, like her eyes aren't even open all the way. Like sergeant comes over, is like, get her some water. Like, so one of the guys runs, grabs her water, and I'm just like holding her face, like, come on, like you're okay, like please be okay. And she's like, oh my God, I'm okay, like I'm okay. And we're like, no, like you need to sit here for a couple minutes and like just breathe, like sip the water, like you'll be okay. And like where she's talking, like that did happen, but like that was like a minute or two after of where she picked up her memory. But needless to say, like after that, I used to sleep in the back of the truck that I drove. So I took her to the back of the truck and I just bawled and cried and was like, I'm so sorry. I will never do that again. I will never fight you again. I'm so sorry. I was like, I thought I killed you.
She cried for like a good hour.
I did, guys. I did. I really thought I killed her. And I wasn't even like scared for myself, like in the slightest. I was just like, oh my God, like I killed my girlfriend. Like I killed my girlfriend. But like my first thought wasn't, oh, can I get a hug? Can I get a hug, please?
Can somebody hug me? Is that allowed?
Like, I was like so concerned about her and like, oh my God, I just erased like this beautiful life from the world. Like, oh my God, like I'm gonna go to prison. Like, screw it. Like, who cares? Like, I deserve it. And then you like, and I was like, oh, yes, baby, breathe.
That's what she gets for playing dirty and throwing titty punches.
And that was pretty dirty of you not to breathe for the first 10 seconds.
At
Scared
least
the
you
crap
didn't.
out of me like that.
At least you didn't spear launch a knife at me.
Yeah, that's true. Oh god, that hurt.
No. She didn't. She javelin threw it.
Oh, she like, yeah. Oh, okay.
But I still don't understand. I don't know how that.
I mean, maybe she did track and field in high school. Maybe she.
See, that's what I thought. But the way the knife looks, like, yeah, I don't know. It just. Why would anyone throw a knife like that?
I don't think she threw it. Honestly, I think she got right on top of him
Yeah.
and probably stabbed him.
It went 3 inches into his chest. Like, it sunk 3 inches deep.
Ugh.
And she's saying she didn't stab him, that she threw it. But marriage. Am I right?
Relationships.
But yeah, it's definitely something I don't agree at all with the government getting involved in
Anybody's marriage.
people's personal relationships or anything. It's a stupid system. We need to find a new one altogether. That's how I'm going to wrap up that topic. Yeah. What's our next topic? She wrote out a list because we're trying to be like...
Well, because
we get off topic a lot.
we do. And
The
like,
whole Courtney Clenny thing was kind of a rabbit hole.
There you go. Well, I
This
mean,
thing is itchy.
it kind of fit into our
There were-
combative story. Like it had
It
a purpose. Like she tried to she did kill her boyfriend. I almost killed you.
You almost killed your girlfriend?
Yeah, at the time. And look at us now. We're so happy.
That hat was super itchy.
It's okay. Yeah, it is itchy. It's itching my forehead pretty bad. But...
Do you want a different hat?
No.
You can wear this one. Hold on.
I got it. Oh, God. Oh. I don't know, though. It's heavy.
I mean, it's a helmet. It's a World War II helmet. Of course it's heavy.
Yeah, no, but I will say, like, because I wrote in the comments and say, like, no way in hell she threw that knife. Like, no, I'm sorry. Like, that's why if you lied about that, like, I think you're lying about the abuse. Like, I don't think he abused her at all. Like, this whole defense that she's trying to put up, like, I think it's all just BS, honestly. Because, you know, like I said, I'm just one of those people that if you lied about that, what else are you lying about?
Everything.
Yeah.
It always feels like somebody's watching me and I got no privacy. Oh, whoa. But no, I just think that goes into the whole I am woman, hear me roar. Always believe me, I'm always the victim, but I'm also always right and stronger than you and equal and stronger than you, even though I'm trying to cry victim. You were reading the chats.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was looking at the first date. Have you told the story of our first date?
No, I haven't. Our first date wasn't the greatest, guys, for me.
Yeah.
Like, it was a nice enough first date.
It really was, but like
our waitress kept hitting on her the whole time and then proceeded to try and show her vagina tattoo.
Yeah, so get this, right? I finally get up the courage to ask this one out on a date. And we went to the on-post Buffalo Wild Wing, B-Dubs, as I call them. So she says yes, which super excited about. So, dress all nice, whatnot. We're roommates, so like she sees what I'm wearing. And I don't really have to travel far to pick her up. So, we go to Buffalo Wild Wings and we sit down and
you're like very awkward with that helmet. You're like,
okay, fine. There you go.
Thank
So we sit down with this waitress, right? And she was not attractive, but neither here nor there. I have I have a sleeve, and it was it's in El Paso, so like I was wearing a t-shirt, obviously, like it's hot. So she sees the artwork, and she's just like, she hadn't even like taken our drink order, and she's like, oh my god, like I love your artwork, like this is beautiful, like where did you get it done, like this is so beautiful. And like I'm just like, oh, like I'm not big on being touched either, especially by like people I don't know, like
6 feet.
Yeah, I was for the 6 feet rule before the 6 feet rule became a thing. So she I'm just like, yeah, yeah, I got it here, 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 and here. She's like, oh, okay, blah, blah, blah. I love it. It's just so beautiful, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, great. Like, I do not know this chick at all. I had never seen her before in my life, but she's acting like so familiar with me. And I'm just sitting there thinking like, oh my God, like,
and I'm over here like,
Fluxx probably thinks that like I'm like this player or something. Like, I like, this isn't me. Like, please, like, I wanted to like crawl under the table and die at that point, because this is like this had never happened to me before. Like, I'm like, why on my first date with this girl that I'm trying to impress, because I genuinely like her, that this has to happen. So she goes to take her drink order, and she's like only looking at me. Like, she will not
does not acknowledge me,
will
not even taking
her.
My order. She's kind of like,
and she just kind of like half-ass looks at her and is like, so what would you like? And just
I'm
like
pretty
keeps
too
looking at me, and I'm just like, I'm not the, like, don't get me wrong, I was dressed in like, I think I was dressed in like a flannel shirt.
No, you just had like a white button-up kind of blouse on.
Oh, did I have like a polo shirt or something? Maybe?
No, it was just a white button-up blouse and your
jeans.
But
like jeans and like boots. Like, I wasn't like dressed to kill or nothing like that. I was. Like, she, like, between the two of us, obviously, if y'all couldn't tell, she tends to be more of the lipstick lesbian. So like, she dresses up. Like, she was looking hot and fire, and like me, not so much. Like, I looked nice and presentable, but like, I don't know. So anyway, like, but she refused to like look at her like she even existed. And then she brings the food out, right? And then, she, like, every time she keeps stopping by the table, she keeps gushing about the tattoos. And then finally she brings the food out, and she's like, oh yeah, so my tattoo, she's like, I just got it. It hurt really bad. And just like whips her like pants down that has a belt, and like definitely below the line,
below the line,
like this, I don't even remember what tattoo it was. Like, I was not impressed, needless to say, but I just gave it like a kind of like quick glance, I think, and was like, oh yeah, that's nice, like that's great. Like, and I'm just sitting there thinking like, this cannot be happening to me right now. Like, this girl, like, Fluxx is just gonna like walk away, and like, this is so embarrassing. Like, how is this happening to me right now? And you know what? To this day, we've gone out to bars, clubs, and everything else. That has never happened again. And
Yeah,
no,
I gave
thank
her-
you is what I should have said. I should have stayed in bed. Right? Like, as a server. Like, that is so inappropriate. Like,
I paid for that meal, and
no, you didn't. I paid for that meal.
Oh, 'cause I
I
thought-
took you out.
I thought we left her like a $2 tip.
Yeah, I did tell you I told you to leave the tip. And
I left like $2. I was like, bitch.
I was like, I'll pay for I got the meal. I was like, you handle the tip. You tip what you would like to tip her. Because, like, oh. And I mean, like, that's not appropriate, like, at all. Like, oh, we got something. Yeah, so that was our first date, guys. Like, just total inappropriateness all around. Not from either one of us, but you know, it happens. So yeah, don't be a creep.
Yeah. That's just one of them things. It was not great. It was a weird first date.
It was. But that's okay. Because look at us now. Look at me now.
Oh my god.
Look at me now. I'm sorry. Guys, when you've been together
What's
for so
up?
long, like, you just
Legal
you start
Vices
to-
in the house. What's up, Jeff? Merry
What's up?
Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Jeff. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy Hanukkah.
Merry Christmas.
Happy Kwanzaa. Is it Happy or Merry Kwanzaa? Is it Happy or Merry Kwanzaa, guys?
It's Happy Kwanzaa.
I think you're right. I think it is Happy Kwanzaa.
And Happy
'Cause
Festivus.
I think it's Merry Christmas. I know it's Happy Hanukkah.
Well, and it's really Happy Christmas too, because
well, I know over in the UK they do the Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas, y'all. Oh no, that just sounds weird.
I did not like that at all. That was bad.
I know. I'm
Wow,
sorry.
you turned so red. You know that was bad.
I know. That's why I said I was sorry. You know, because I should have done that. But we live and we learn. So
We live and we learn.
but they say Happy Christmas. It just sounds weird, you know, because you grow up saying Merry Christmas, like you grow up saying something.
It sounds
similar.
fancier saying Happy Christmas.
It does.
I like
I'm
saying
not
Happy Christmas.
I'm not knocking it, you know, and
Knock, knock on wood.
any other holiday, you know, out there that is celebrated during this time. Happy holiday.
Yeah. We have a few more things to wrap up before Christmas and everything. Wanted to drop in and
A few more things to wrap up.
before Christmas.
We got all the wrapping done. Or are you not talking about presents?
I'm not talking about presents.
What are you talking about?
Oh my god.
What you talking about, Liz?
What you talking about? Family things.
Oh. So do you want to talk about relationships and the modern man and the modern woman?
I mean, we could save that for the next time.
Well, we could save that for the new year.
Yes.
The modern men and modern women. Because, and please let us know, like, if you'd be interested in it. But, like, we've been together for over 10 years. Like, I gotta say, like, while our relationship is different from a heterosexual relationship, like, I gotta be honest, there's a lot of, like, the same.
It's
stuff
still a
that-
relationship.
It's still a relationship, and like it still pretty much works the same way. Trust, communication, all that stuff. So like, love. So if you guys would be interested in us, I don't know, maybe ranting a little bit about that or talking about that at all. I don't know.
Talking about marriage.
Yeah. Or just maybe not marriage, but just relationships in general. Because marriage, I feel like marriages fail a lot nowadays.
Well, I mean, we did
too,
kind of
because-
talk a lot about marriage. This one, I'd say was probably more dedicated to marriage, which, you know, we could still keep going on marriage, but
It's up to you.
The next time we could probably talk. Well, we still have, those last few things that you can't remember to take care of. We still got to take care of. But yeah, I think next time we should probably talk about like how different dating is. And I would not survive today's dating world.
Absolutely not.
And it's absolutely horrific. I would not be okay in today's dating world.
Like I hear a lot of our friends, and they just just stuff you see all over the place of how people's relationships are, and they're not healthy, like, at all. And I mean, I know it's easy being the outside person looking in to be like, well, you shouldn't have done that, you shouldn't have done that, you shouldn't have done that. But I mean, we've been together for 10 years. If you don't think that we haven't gone through the phases, like
we've
every other
gone
couple
through
has,
it.
like, we have gone through the phases. Like,
I mean, we've also been through a lot as far as being in the service.
yeah,
like
we've
me
dealt
being
with
deployed.
like a deployment. We've dealt
You know.
we've dealt with stuff like, so that was like a long distance thing, and like it's.
I think
like
it
said,
helps
marriage
that
is
at the
always a
time,
challenge.
what we had been married, it was what, our 7th year? No, 5th year?
Yeah.
So we at least had a little time under our belts before
Yeah.
we had to have that separation time, but it was difficult.
It was.
Harder than I thought it would be.
It was, yeah.
The adjustment coming back was hard.
It was weird.
It was weird. Yeah.
It was all right. But the thing is like, the point I'm trying to get to, I guess, is that through life, you are always going to change. You will maybe not change, because a lot of people don't like the word change. I don't like the word change. So we'll say grow. You will constantly grow throughout your life, because if you think about it, like, whatever your age is right now, like when you were 16, do you still think like you were when you were 16? Do you still act like you were when you were 16? Or has like life hit you essentially, and like, not saying you're a completely different person now, but just that you've grown. Like, you're not that 16-year-old kid anymore. Like, now you're an adult.
Mm-hmm.
And
you work through problems.
And so you will always grow, and like, your partner will always grow as well. The best thing you can do is just, I mean, you don't always grow with your partner.
The best thing she ever said to me was, my weirdness matches your weirdness, which was perfect, because I'm weird. Oh, what's up? Dragon treasure tea in the house. Local lesbian. What's up? Merry Christmas, my dude.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. But yeah, no, I don't remember. I think it was on maybe Hannah Franz's channel. We were talking about someone cheating on somebody, and I had made a point. Attraction is human nature. Being responsible enough to handle an adult relationship is what separates us from the animals.
See, I feel like it also goes back to being able to control yourself. And
exactly.
Your urges, because like,
exactly.
For instance, you are at work, and let's say your boss like really pisses you off, and you can sit there and get red in the face and curse at him back, and say how you really feel, or you can control yourself and not do that, and maybe go look for a different job or something like that. But you don't lash back out, in your anger, or your hurt.
Yeah.
In that moment, because that's not a good idea to do that. So when
But
you're
again,
walking
that's
down
being
the street,
adult and
so
mature.
when you're walking down the street and you see a pretty little thing walking down the street, or you see a handsome young man walking down the street, control yourself. Control yourself. It is not that hard. If you want it that bad, go home to your wife or go home to your husband. Now, obviously, we're not talking about those poly relationships, those people with the open relationships or whatever, because if that works for you, great. Different strokes for different folks, but honestly, I don't ever see how that could ever really work out. I really don't. But we'll save all of. We're getting too much into this. We'll save this for next year, because we have a lot to say. Both of us do on this topic, but
And sadly, only an hour to do it. All right, guys, we got to wrap it up here, but we appreciate y'all coming in for this.
No, because I'm gonna say one more thing.
Well, I'm going to say kind of my piece, throw it to you to say your exit, and then I was going to exit.
Just that thing.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. All right, so the only other thing I really wanted to say was that, because I know you've said it before, the LGB is like really the only, it's the only really real thing. The
Yes.
TQIA plus.
Yes. That's
So
something different.
What us in the community that don't agree with that like to call it is spicy straight, or straight with extra steps. Because I will say, like I from the straight community. God, what am I, a lamb or something? I've been watching too many Christmas movies today.
She's been
Sorry,
playing
guys.
Cult of the Lamb.
And I have been playing this new game called Cult of the Lamb, which it's like $20 right now on the PlayStation Network. I would highly recommend getting it. It is like so addictive. It's nothing crazy, but it is oddly fun. And you do exactly what the name of the game says you do. You are a little lamb and you create a cult, and you go around and you save these little woodland creatures and you convert them to your cult. Yes, it is a little dark, but it's a really good game. Anyway, you got me off topic. It's just they're straight with extra steps. Like this whole pansexual thing, like, yes, I'm gonna drag pansexual people through the mud right here. So here we go, ding ding. That is just the dumbest shit I think I have ever heard in my entire life. Oh, I don't care about who the person is. I just love that person for who they are. Okay, so you're bisexual, because there's only two. There's only two, a man or a woman. And so I don't understand this whole erasure of bisexual people. I don't even understand the hatred really towards bisexual people. I get it. They like both sexes, but that doesn't automatically mean that they're going to cheat on you. Now, I'm sure some people out there have ran into at least one of those type of probably bisexual people that, wants to date the guy and the girl at the same time, have their cake and eat it too, essentially. But I feel like that never works out in the end, because somebody's going to get jealous and feel like they're not getting enough love or attention.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it might not be right there initially, but I feel like that's a problem that would eventually arise.
Yeah.
But not all bi people are like that. Just like, as I'm sure a lot of you have now found out, not all gay people are, woke idiots. Like some of us
can think.
Some of us actually like to think for ourselves.
And on the third day,
information.
God created the Remington bolt rifle to kill the dinosaurs and the homosexuals.
Actually like to intake information and then process all of that and come up with an opinion for ourselves. It might align with certain people, or certain things, but that's my opinion based off of all the information, not just some. But I really don't understand the erasure or really hatred towards by people because
it comes back to the whole like, oh, you have to have a label. Oh, well, if you're with a woman, that obviously makes you a lesbian. Oh, you switch back to a dude, that means you're straight. Oh, you just keep switching when it's like, bruh, no, I just like changing my socks.
Well, okay.
Sometimes I want a blue pair, sometimes I want a red pair. Not saying that was me, but just saying.
No, I'm sorry. But yeah, essentially, I see what you're saying, and I understand. I feel like people are turned off by the fact that they like because they understand with like lesbians, like, I just like women. You just like women. There is no like I'm men.
I don't want that jingly bit dangling.
I don't want that. I don't want that thing. Y'all can you straight ladies out there, you can have it. You can have all that, because I don't want that thing near me. Go away. Go away. I know. I'm like, whew. Okay.
I was smacking you in the face with it.
Oh, rude.
Jinx.
You notice how, I mean, we've lived together so long. We stay
It's
and
true.
do a lot of the same stuff together.
It's weird like when you've been living with someone for as long as we have, you literally start mimicking each other's like idiosyncrasies, or like you literally will have the same thought at the same exact time and be like, witchcraft.
You do that a lot, because I'll turn to you and be like, hey, do you want to go do this, or blah 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 blah, and she'll just be like, get out of my head.
Oh goodness.
But the other other thing that I did want to talk about was the fact that I feel like with that whole marriage thing, back to the debate over the word marriage, like how I said they wouldn't be okay with just taking the word back, is I feel like they would also then try and stop us from being able to like adopt and
yeah, I mean, there's always
don't get me wrong, like I understand where people are coming from, but you know, like I understand we can't make a baby, at least not on our own. We need a little
tried.
Yeah, I try, you know, I try,
but
it's just shooting blanks over here, I guess.
Doesn't work. Been trying.
So, you know, we need a little manly help. But I just what?
Just keep going.
Keep
going.
Well, I just, you know, like I understand that, like as far as like adoption and let's say surrogacy or the juices, sorry, I'm a child, that, where was I going?
I don't know.
Oh, shit.
You said man juices.
I know. We need one of those, you know, three to be able to have kids. But I understand that people might have reservations about like a same-sex couple raising a child, because I have heard, you know, firsthand stories from friends and people of where like two lesbians, for instance, will raise like a child, and one will be called like dad, And I don't agree with that at all. Like, that's
weird.
weird. Like, I understand you wanting to have like a mother and father type role, but
that's not the relationship.
That's not correct. Like, it's not the correct word. It's just not correct. So, like, we've discussed, and I guess we'll talk about it just a little bit, but like, when we have a child, like, the child will have two mothers, and we will have a male role there, but like, I do, like I said, I do understand people's reservations on it because of like that stuff where you confuse kids growing up, like, with that kind of stuff, because then that kid goes to school and be like, oh yeah, my dad, and then the lady comes to like pick her son up or her daughter up, whatever, and like, oh, that's my dad. Like, no, that's not. But like, you know, like, because kids are, I know you all know, but kids are vicious, and they'll be like, that's not your freaking dad. Like, you know, the adults might go along with it, but the kids aren't gonna.
Just finish.
I'm sorry. I just Jenna Marbles.
I was gonna finish with, are you done?
Yeah, sorry. Jeez.
I didn't mean it like that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm done, guys. I'm done. I had my time. Like Icarus, went too close to the sun.
You know that's not what I meant, baby. I love you so much. You're so pretty. You're so wonderful.
Lucky tomorrow's Christmas. I can't return you gifts.
Rude. All right, guys. We gotta wrap it up because we have some more things to finish. But we wanted to leave, and I wanted you guys to all go check out this channel. For those of you who have not ever heard of Jenna Marbles, which it's Sexual Wednesday. God, I miss her. She was amazing.
The queen of YouTube.
She was the queen.
And I think she truly still
Do you
is.
think I don't think she would copy strike me for playing a video of hers. I love her. I want to play this one.
No.
Play this one?
No. Don't play one of her videos.
Why? I love her videos. She's so pretty.
Jenna Marbles is the shit Valhalla waits.
And she's like super sexy. Why can't I play one of her videos? What about her tiny face makeup? Plus, she mastered like the 10 to 15 minute video. Like, she absolutely freaking mastered that. But this is specifically for you, Jeff. Heavy.
Sorry, I'm just reading chat right now.
She'll make you laugh. Especially this 100 layer stuff. She does 100 layer tan of spray tan, 100 layers of mascara, 100 layers of foundation, 100 layer. It's horrible. It's horrific. I'm gonna go watch this video later, probably after this, because she won't let me play it here. All right.
No, because that video is scary to me.
This video is terrifying. All right, guys. Like I said,
everybody have a Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, a Happy Kwanzaa, a Happy Merry Festivus.
Festivus for the rest of us. That's all I remember.
Anyway, whatever holiday you are celebrating during this time, enjoy, be safe, and see. At least I will see you all next year. This one will probably see you tomorrow or next week. No, not tomorrow. I'm keeping her tomorrow. Sorry, guys. It's Christmas.
Guys, thanks for dropping in and hanging out with us tonight. This has been another episode of The Local Lesbian. I've noticed we don't do so much like of our heavy ranting because we do have to keep it kind of mild for YouTube. But Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Festivus, Happy whatever. Go enjoy your family, enjoy your friends, be excellent. Oh, I forgot the thing. Enjoy your friends. Be excellent to each other. Have a good night, y'all.